here he is again, trying it again. The whole thing. He thought he was hot shit. I mean, shit, even MJF was talking shit about how this guy power played his way into the company. Oh, and here he is again, trying it again with Tony.
And he had that whole thing of like that mental breakdown. He's like, I can't be on the show. I'm having mental problems. And then they had to let him go. And then the motherfucker goes right to WWE, and he's there every fucking week.
No stage fright.
Huh?
No stage fright.
No stage fright. Yeah. So in other words, he was faking it more than likely.
Just saying. That's what it comes down to, man. I really feel he was faking it. Super Bob was saying on an episode of SmackDown during BFAB and Charlotte match, there was a wardrobe malfunction for Charlotte, Nightmare Fuel. And yeah, I got a lot of people sent me that on X, and it was one of those things I didn't want to get flagged by WWE because they're hardcore about clips nowadays. But even the picture alone, I'm sure would fucking mentally scar a lot of people out there, so I wanted to just prevent that. But I appreciate your guys' submissions, but yeah, I wanted to save your eyes for once because it was really bad. Dude, dad ass though. Care. Seriously, dead ass though. That's all I gotta say.
And we chose not to show you because we care.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to look at her dad's ass. Nobody.
Dad. Oh god, like yeah, no one wants to see that wardrobe malfunction. So like didn't they black the screen out?
On the replay they did, but live, yeah, you got to see those saggy butt cheeks. It was gross, man.
Ew.
Yeah. King Marcus said, we need to bring back traditional sodium orange street lights. Sick of these white headache-inducing LED lights. They are everywhere.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And you know what's weird, too? I don't know about you, man, but whenever I dream at night and I'm driving, it's always the sodium lights. I never have these fucking new LED lights. In my dreams, it's always the old-school sodium lights that used to be on the freeway at night. You remember that? Or just even walking down a suburban street, nothing but sodium lights, nice and soft on the eyes. And I feel that they saw that people under sodium lights were committing less crime, and they're like, nah, let's switch it over to the LEDs. Let's get that crime rate up.
Yeah, and let's put a bunch of flock cameras on them too.
Yeah, seriously. So, yeah, no, I agree with you there, King Marcus. I miss those. And that's why, like me personally, I don't get LED lights in my house. I like the old school lights.
Incandescent, yeah.
Yes,
awesome.
Absolutely. So what is it? Alejandro was saying Megan Bain laying a cross over Bliss and Charlotte. I mean, I don't know about that, man. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I don't know if Lana Cross is at Bliss's level, but Megan Bain is definitely way better than Charlotte. Megan Bain is one of those women that when she eventually signs with WWE, because she's still real young, but once she eventually signs with WWE, she is going to be a world champion. She's going to be top of the heap. She's so good. I mean, she's not the best on the mic, but when you talk about somebody who has the look of a pro wrestler, like if you put Megan Bain on a poster for WrestleMania, people would be like, who the fuck is that big pretty bitch?
Right, and that's the thing, man. Like, and that's another thing that AEW has is they've got a pretty good women's roster. They've got, and it drives me crazy because they've got the talents too. They've got the commentary, the talent, everything, and they choose to cater to Dave Meltzer. Why? Why, Tony? Why? I just don't get it, man.
Well, you see that one fan that I tagged on X that was saying, we need to bring back Britt Baker. AEW's division is suffering right now. I'm like, dude, we could literally name 10 women off the top of our head that are assets to AEW. That's the one thing I'll give AEW is, yeah, their men's division is whatever, but their women's division, they got young talent for days. They got so many women that if they were called up to WWE would be an absolute asset and an immediate game changer on TV. Even like a low tier like Sky Blue or Julia Hart, I think would be great talents on the main roster.
They would be. I really think they would be. And see, that's the thing is that like AEW has the ability to just attract all these young, attractive women into their company. Like look at Harley Cameron. I mean, there's so like
Yeah, they definitely got a lot of talent, man. That's for sure. So Alejandro was saying, I miss when 3-hour shows were rare, so you had to tune in. The roster was loaded, so 3 hours didn't feel dragged out. I used to look forward to 3 hours Raw. That is a good point, man. Because, like, yeah, back in the day, when you got a super 3-hour Raw, you're like, dude, we're getting fucking 3 hours of a good show. You know? It's not like nowadays where you're like, shit, I'm getting 3 hours of SmackDown. You know, it wasn't the same feeling because a lot of it, and I wish wrestling would get this for the love of God, but they never will. Less is more.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity, and it's in reverse now. We're getting quantity over quality. We're getting so much wrestling, and none of it is good. Out of all this wrestling that we're being offered, which is a fucking huge buffet of the same dish, we maybe have a couple companies that are giving us a different dish. It's a big taco bar with a couple people offering up pizza and fucking burgers. That's what it is.
I mean, not to put ourselves over too much, but I really wish we had the opportunity just to write for one company. Just like write for one company, create some storylines, create some feuds, and just show them how it's done. Like really just like prove that it's not all just, talk with us.
Well, I think it, for anybody who knows us and knows what we can do, I mean, really, and once again, not to put ourselves over too much, but how many podcasters out there do you know of that offer real critiques in real time for these companies? Don't just shit on them and say, this company fucking sucks for a bunch of cheap hate clicks. Think about it. How many fucking podcasters will actually say, this company sucks and here's how it can get better? And then they offer up on the spot ways to fix the company. No notepad in front of us. No fucking note document in front of us on a laptop or any tablet or none of that shit. This is all off the top of our head, man. There's nothing in front of us. No. We're coming up with that shit on the spot. How many podcasters do you know that have creativity on the spot like that? Just saying.
Not many. And the creativity that they're going to give you, it's always like, oh, I want to see this match and I want to see so-and-so versus so-and-so. No. How about a feud? Like, how about like a storyline? Why should that match happen? It's like, it's not enough to want the match to happen. Why should it happen? You got to provide the why also.
Well, and you have to have natural character progression too.
Correct.
Like you have to get invested in a wrestler when they first come in, and then see their progression and see them grow. And I don't feel like you get that enough, especially with NXT, where they're just literally signing indie dudes and throwing them in the main event. That's so cheap. Like a lot of what WWE is doing, while at least Raw is doing some good things, SmackDown is still fucking up. NXT is still fucking up. AEW is still fucking up. TNA is royally fucking up. Mm-hmm. You look at the grand scheme of all these, even MLW, a lot of these major American companies are garbage, dude. They don't care. Like Raw is only being forced to care because they're on Netflix, let's be honest.
They're on Netflix and they're having ticket sale problems. And they're run by people that are just rapaciously greedy.
Oh yeah.
And that greed can be a good thing. And like, it sucks that you got to be nickel and dime, but the good thing that can come out of it is, and if the ticket sales start dipping, they'll start turning on Triple H and saying, hey, what the hell's going on here, man?
Yeah, it's simply how it is. But I really hope that they come to that conclusion. But Alejandro was also saying, I disagree. WWE is not catering to casuals. AEW tries harder to do more adult content. WWE is doing kiddie friendship crap. AEW has more of an edge to them. And that's fair. Well, here's how Alejandro, you're absolutely entitled to your opinion. All we can go off, because we're not regular AEW watchers, we did watch this, what is it? A week ago, we watched the past Dynamite. So we did cover that recently. And I'm going to be real. And hold up. And in comparison to Raw was way more entertaining and had more, to me, more adult-themed segments. With that one Dynamite that we watched, there wasn't a lot of hardcore stuff going on. The one time that it wasn't a sausage fest was when they brought in the women for the 6-women tag. But before that, it was all a bunch, just like literally skinny gay cruiserweights the whole fucking show. Let's be real.
Right. So, no, and I agree, man. And like, I'll be real. I'm going to keep it real. Ready?
Sure.
I've been watching these past 3 episodes of Dynamite. I just think in my free time, like, you know what? I'll check it out, see what's going on, right? Okay. It literally is what we complain about, man. It's still long match. The feud that they have Darby Allin in the storyline, it's culminating in a hair versus title match. Who cares? Right, and that's the thing, man. Like that's to me like what's so ridiculous. I don't know, but like with me, I feel like AEW, like they are more adult oriented than WWE. For the most part, I will agree to that in some respects.
For 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, but I feel like they know what works, but they choose to stick with the long matches. Meanwhile, what AEW could be, and this is our argument here, it's like our argument is not AEW sucks. Our argument is like AEW has all of the ingredients to be kicking the shit out of WWE. They're not kicking the shit out of WWE because of the creative direction for the most part, and because of a lot of the talents they choose to focus on, like the Young Bucks. Like the Young Bucks are still on, and It's a shame, man. It really is, because they really can turn it around. I believe that AEW can, they're able to, but do they want to? That's the question.
Well, and honestly, I don't have much faith in them, especially after seeing Tony so entirely optimistic to bring Mick Foley in a huge way. He's not just bringing him in as an on-air talent, as he revealed. He's looking to get him back in the ring. He's looking to get him into booking. He's looking to work with him side by side, which is not good. Because we've seen the creative ideas that Mick Foley and a lot of these mark wrestlers come up with. They're not creative geniuses. Like, you guys are good for producing matches and road aging the matches. That's good. You guys are good at that. You have experience in that. With creativity, no. Not too many of them can book. I hate to say it. One of the few who could actually kind of book back in the day, I wouldn't trust him at all nowadays, is Kevin Nash. There's a reason why Kevin Nash was given the books in WCW. Because he actually had half a brain at one time.
At one time. Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. Yeah, and like, I think with wrestling, I think they just need to, like, just